Welcome to Ball Talk Deep, where we talk deep about ball. It's Andrade and Irwin back at it again. Drop a like, drop a sub before we get into it. And today we are talking about the most athletic player in the National Basketball Association, Russell Westbrook. Why are you looking at me like that?
I thought you were talking about Derrick Jones Jr.
Oh my lord. He's definitely up there though, I'll give him that.
Airplane mode.
But now we are hearing rumors that Westbrook wants out of the West. Houston, we have a problem.
Houston, you're fucked. That's what's going on.
Bro, they have been crumbling and imploding in the offseason.
Hey, but at least Houston's trying to send it off the right way by sending him a happy birthday tweet.
Yeah, that was funny. And then Spencer Dinwiddie quote retweeted it, just trolling them. NBA Twitter, man, what a world.
Yeah, man, but look, it's not looking for Brody. It's definitely not looking good for Westbrook. But let's say in a hypothetical world, in an alternate universe, where do you think would be an ideal trade destination for Russell Westbrook?
Honestly, with 32 years of age, I think he would fit well on the New York Knicks or the Charlotte Hornets. What about you?
There's no ideal fit, in my opinion, for Russell Westbrook. But the two that might be able to make it work would be the Miami Heat and the Toronto Raptors.
I like that Toronto pick. That's interesting.
There are two very strong organizations that have won championships and have a need or can upgrade, on the position that Westbrook has. But why those two teams that you're bringing up?
Well, Westbrook playing center. Look, Westbrook is 32. What 100?
Wow.
With 132 million left over the next 3 years on his contract. So I'm not gonna focus too much on the fiscal aspect of it, but it is something to have in mind. The New York Knicks will take almost any star that is open to joining them in the Big Apple. So they're okay with shelling out that money. Westbrook brings a strong presence to the New York Knicks, and he will help elevate the most valuable brand in the association, the most valuable franchise. Yes, the Knicks are a dumpster fire, but somehow, some way, they're still the most valuable NBA franchise.
See, that does not make any sense.
It's insane. It is insane, but that says a lot to the power of that brand and that franchise, I guess, or I guess their legacy, and the city of New York. But that's why Westbrook fits so well. For me, New York, it's not even so much of a on-court thing. It's just most of it is off-court. He has the personality for New York. He has
the fashion sense, definitely.
Exactly. The fashion sense, most definitely. I don't want to say the ego, but the loudness, the bravado-ness, the outspokenness that fits the New York City, nightlife and just life and society in general. And, man, I lost my train of thought with that one.
Yeah, but look, okay. Yeah, the Knicks is definitely interesting. The Hornets, that should be interesting as well because the Hornets have nothing there. Yeah, they have nice uniforms. That's pretty much it.
Wow, you gonna try them like that?
Yeah,
you gonna try them like that?
Nobody. I think their owner still at 57 can ball everybody up in that squad.
Relax. Remember they got that guy from Boston Celtics.
Terry Rozier. Fuck out.
He could ball. He's but
right.
At least look. One of the reasons I picked both of them too was New York and Charlotte allow Westbrook to play his game, because in New York, actually in both, on the Knicks or in the Hornets, there's no player that challenges Westbrook on the same level. So he'll be able to play like his OKC days and just be ball dominant and do whatever the fuck he really wants to do on the court.
But look, man, like you said, he's 32 years old. I think he's at the point of his career that while he still has some years in his prime left, he's not getting any younger, and I think he's going to start caring more about his legacy.
Well, here's the thing, and Broussard brought this up, and I got to agree with him. Westbrook is in a very unique position where his legacy is basically cemented. He is the triple-double guy, the guy who did a triple-double for 3 years. And he brought up how Oscar Robinson is the other guy who's a triple-double guy. But what is he remembered for? For that year that he pulled off a triple-double. Even though he was a significant factor in helping
Kareem?
Yep, I wasn't going to say Luan. Damn, what was his first before Kareem? His name before Kareem. Alderson, whatever, when they won with the Bucks. You know what I mean? And that was a very good point. I see the same thing with Westbrook. We're going to remember him 20, 30 years from now. People are going to remember him as the triple double guy, who
Yeah.
not only did it for 1 year and not only did it in the modern NBA, but did it 3 years in a
Yeah,
row.
but you know what separates the Big O from Westbrook? The Big O has a championship.
He does, but it's not.
Hey, look,
he's already guaranteed in the Hall of Fame.
That's nice, man. But look, Charles Barkley is in the Hall of Fame, yet he gets roasted every single chance by Shaq.
Yeah, but no, I agree with you,
Come on,
and
that-
but I just don't think that is on Westbrook's mind. Like, he doesn't show that as much as, say, a Harden, who's showing that, I don't know, just by some of the moves he's making, the rumored teams where he would want to go. That's why for me, I'm so focused on off the court things, and for the Hornets, what?
It might not, but that's probably been in his back of his mind.
Oh, I'm sure he's thought about it, but I just don't think about it too much. Because at least on the Hornets too, like, it's also, for me, it goes back to branding. Who's the owner of the Hornets?
Michael Jordan.
And who is the shoe company? Who's the brand that Westbrook is signed under?
Jordan.
Exactly, not Nike, Jordan. So that was just, you got the Jordan uniforms. You got now the guy who is sponsored by the Jordan brand. He's the most popular guy right now on the Jordan brand, because Zion and Luke are still from the new gen. They're gonna take over, but currently right now it's Westbrook. So you got Westbrook. To me, it would make a lot of sense if Jordan is open to taking him on, getting him to lead the Hornets. And guess what? He would make the Hornets relevant. And Jordan will love that, because he's about his business. He's about his money. And
you know what?
Russell will bring a lot of money to Charlotte.
Russell will bring a lot of excitement.
Exactly. Money.
To Hornets, and it's going to make Charlotte feel like Buzz City again.
Yeah.
So,
and that ties in with the Hornets team.
I give you
Buzzing.
that. And I love to see Westbrook in that jersey. That jersey looks amazing.
He would make it look dope too.
Yeah, he'll make it look
Because
dope.
it is fly. And on top of that, the way he just fashions, the way he just rocks fashion, like, will just elevate it.
But look, at the end of the day, to build his legacy, to get that ring, I think two places to have in mind that realistically can acquire him. I would say the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat, Miami, you're seeing with Tyler Hero, it's going to fit in with, the nightlife, the fashion sense, with Westbrook. And one of the biggest holes that the Heat have is point guard.
Mm-hmm.
Goran is 34 years old. Kendrick Nunn is not cutting it. He's still too young. I think, it might work out.
Yes.
Maybe. Probably not. It's not going to, work out, to be very clear with you. The other one that actually I think will be pretty interesting is the Toronto Raptors. Van Fleet, he wants his money. And if the Raptors don't pay him, I think Westbrook, is definitely an upgrade over Kyle Lowry. It'll be interesting to see how he mixes with Siakam, with who else do they have? OG Anunoby.
Yeah.
With Powell, and I think the Raptors are still in that window of contention that they want to win a championship.
Yeah.
That'll be pretty. It'll be
they are.
It'll be an interesting mix.
They were one game away from the Eastern Conference
It'll be a win-win
Finals.
situation for Westbrook because if he goes up there to Toronto, just like how they love Kawhi, I think if Westbrook does his thing, triple doubles and performs, they're gonna adore him.
Yeah.
And not a lot of players can say, "Hey, a whole city loves me," but not a lot of players can say, "A whole country loves me."
No, I think Toronto, I never really thought about until you brought it up. That is a unique location for him that I think would work really well.
If there's any place to play in Canada, it'd be Toronto, because Toronto always gets the nickname of being the Los Angeles of Canada.
Irwin is the only place that has a team to play in
I know.
Canada.
No, what I mean is to live and reside.
Oh, for sure.
I mean.
Okay, yeah, I get you on that.
Okay,
for sure.
Okay, to
And
revise.
the six, also fashion city, a fashionable city, a relevant city.
Definitely relevant.
Drake helped put him on the map on terms of pop culture. So Westbrook would just seem his tie in. And then you know how many times Drake would fucking rep Westbrook at that point?
Huh.
It makes sense, and they're both very popular, in pop culture. So that makes sense to me. And I think Pascal Siakam will make a great Robin to Westbrook and allow Westbrook to be the Batman. Because I think Westbrook's ego just, I mean, we're seeing it right now in Houston. He just, I guess, has a hard time accepting being a second option, even though he should be. And then he's got shooters around him, So it'll just where you got OG, you got Van Fleet, Siakam can shoot. And maybe Siakam gets even a better 3-point. So Westbrook would just be a floor general / slasher.
But it should be interesting, guys. Let us know in the comments, where do you think Westbrook should end up? But anyways, guys, we appreciate the love.
Too many choices. I don't know. I'm just trying. When you say that, like, my mind just start thinking about. I just don't think he's gonna win a championship, bro. No matter where
Alright,
he
man,
goes.
stop being such a negative.
I'm just being
Nancy,
honest.
man.
The only way I see Westbrook winning a championship, honestly, would be like on a Rondo, Dwight Howard type of thing, where like maybe in a few years when he's really reaching the end, not of his prime, but like the end of like his good legs. So maybe mid-30s, late 30s, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna swallow my pride and I'm just gonna go on a contender and I'll play off the bench.
We'll see what happens, guys. We appreciate all the love and the hate. You guys already know. You can find us on TikTok, Twitter, Insta, Ball Talk Deep, where we talk deep about ball. We'll catch you guys soon, but for now,
Take
later,
care.
guys.